Afternoon and good evening. We're going to do a new moon collective tarot card reading. I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit, even though I thought I had it right. Still adjusting the camera a little bit. I'm gonna trust that this is as good as it's going to get. Hi. Wanted to come live again tonight and do a little tarot card reading for the collective for the new moon coming up. New moons are an awesome time of change and a lot going on in the world. So I do not have a moderator tonight. I cannot monitor or answer chat, but I just want to throw some cards down and see what might be coming next. I'm going to clear the space using my singing bowl. Tonight I am going to use the Light Seers Tarot. Chrysanne, in case anybody's interested in the deck. And I am also going to qualify with the Muse Tarot. These are really two of my favorite decks. They're pretty, they're colorful, they have sort of a modern twist on tarot. And then I will qualify with Colette Baron Reed. Colette Baron Reed has a bunch of awesome oracle decks out. Wisdom of the Oracle is one of my favorites, in case anybody's interested. Okay. This is going to be a collective reading just for the energies of the new moon. The new moon is coming up on the 28th or the 29th of June, depending on where you are. Here in the United States, it will be the 28th. New moons are time for new beginning, sort of that turn the page energy. I thought it would be good to, and those energies are usually 2 days before, 2 days after a new moon or a full moon. So I thought, why not go ahead tonight and throw a little live stream up and see what the energies will be for the new moon. This is a collective reading, not a one-on-one reading. So of course the messages won't resonate with everyone. So take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. I am an intuitive card reader, which means all kinds of things may come out of my mouth. I also only take jumpers. I only take the cards that fly out of the deck. I feel like those are the messages that Spirit really, really wanted me to hear. I used to divide the deck and shuffle very well and take off the top of the deck. I did that for years, but lately I just feel like the jumpers are the ones that really want to be heard, so that's what we're doing. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Collective reading for the new moon for June 28th, 2022 for the collective. Right out of the back. turned but didn't fly out. There's actually one hiding underneath there. I'm going to go ahead and draw the cards and then read them, although I will say the first card out of the deck is the Nine of Wands. That is the card of perseverance. Go ahead and get the rest of these on the table. And, interesting. This looks really good. Let's see what story the cards have to tell us tonight. The energy of the reading is the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is wounded warrior energy, and this is about perseverance. Tens are completion, nines are not quite there yet. So this means that whatever is going on in your world right now, need to remain strong. Underneath that, supporting it, is the King of Cups, which means you are loved, you are supported, you have a good loving foundation. Whatever this is that you need to persevere through, you are, just know that you are loved. In the challenge position, we have the Empress. The Empress is giving birth to new worlds. As you can see in this card, she is pregnant. And I think right now that's a really resonating energy to be in the challenge position. Generally, the Empress is about creating new things. It's really the beginning of a new cycle of creation. So this is very much a card of creation, not male or female specific, just a in general card of creation. And below it is the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is the card of authority, established religion, those things that are what normally people look to sort of find their way, find their rules, either find their legal center, find their moral center. In the traditional tarot, this card is the Pope. So this card can either mean that you're going back to traditional values, or that you're going in a different direction than your traditional values. In this particular deck, she says, be your own guru. I think that's interesting. This is in the challenge position underneath the Empress. Hierophant is also a number 5 card, and 5s are all about change. At the center of the reading, which would be what is going on for you at the moment through this challenging situation, so we have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is about partnerships. This can be romantic partnerships, but it can also be business partnerships. It can be partnerships of any kind. It can be any kind of a partnership. Generally speaking, we look at this and we think, oh, that's about romantic partnerships, because when we look at that, there's 2 big cups of love there and people holding hands. And in this particular deck, you can really see the energy coming up off of that water, and grounding that is the Strength card. So again, just looking at world events, I'm going to say that many of our relationships right now, while we have really strong relationships, they are perhaps being challenged a little bit, and we need to remain strong, knowing that our partnerships are strong. Supporting energies are the Moon. The Moon is an interesting card. First of all, the Moon is reflected light. In this card, you see a full moon, but we are approaching a new moon. New moons are times of new beginnings. But during a new moon, the moon is dark, and things in the dark can often not be what they appear to be. You'll see what might be two dogs at the top of this card, or it might be a dog and a wolf, or a fox and a wolf, so they could either be friend or foe. In the dark, sometimes it's really hard to tell, but it's also a time of reflection. So what the moon card generally tells us is to trust your intuition, trust your gut, and just know that right now, it's also the card number 18 is the moon, and the 1 and the 8 equal 9. So again, perseverance, kind of a don't be afraid of the dark. I think many of us, we get out of our cars in our driveway in the dark, and we don't need a light to know where our front steps are. Or we get up in the middle of the night to go get a drink of water or visit the bathroom, and we don't often turn the lights on because we know where we're going without the light of the moon. The fact that we're coming up on a new moon is, again, this is a new moon, which is a time of great change. New moons are always times to begin something new. End of a cycle, beginning of a new one. New moons are beginnings. So I think that's interesting. So this is very interesting. 7 of Cups is grounding it. And the 7 of Cups is about decisions, sort of reevaluation. You can see that this gentleman has many, many choices. You have lots of choices available to you. But if you take a closer look at this, one of these bowls, the bowls are upside down in this. Someone has put a ladder to get on top of the bowl instead of in it. There's a dragon, there's a snake. So sometimes this card can be confusion about which choice is the right choice. Underneath the moon, I think that's interesting. And then potential final outcome is the sun. Sun is the number 19. 1 and 9 added together make a 10. 10s are about completion. We very much, the sun is it's a brand new day. It's a brand new beginning. This is one of the happiest, brightest cards in the whole tarot deck. So when we get the sun card, we know everything's going to be all right. This is, it may be a brand new day, but the wonderful thing about new days is that's a fresh start, and the sun's out. And underneath that, grounding it, is the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is about loving, healing energy. She is grounded, she is generous, she is kind and happy. Again, not gender specific. In this deck, you know, there are some feminine energies, which just is, it means that these are times to nurture and love. So now, I think that's actually really appropriate for what's going on right now. Bottom of the deck is the 5 of Swords. And 5 of Swords is about chaos, conflict, and competition. Winning at any cost. And as you can see, this gentleman won, but it's a hollow victory. It's one of those times where you won, but everybody loses. This can also be self-loathing, internal, kind of a fight with yourself that nobody ever wins. In this case, I feel like this is more collective. Right now, there's a lot of conflicts going on. It is swords. 5s are about change. Swords are about knowledge and information and justice. And right now, I think we have a lot of juxtaposed opinions. So I think that's curious that that came out on the bottom of the deck. So now let's qualify these and see if we can get some more information on these cards. Also, we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups and the 2 of Cups. So I would say more than ever, this is a time to know that whether you have varying opinions or not, the people who love you, the people who are your people are your people. Both the King and Queen of Cups here together really says, yeah, we have something we're working through. Definitely have something we're working through, and we may not be able to see all the answers and be a little bit afraid of whether we're making the right choice or not, but it's a brand new day. Everything's good. All right, let's qualify some of these cards. I want to know about this Nine of Wands. Wounded Warrior, Perseverance. Tell me more about the Nine of Wands. Again, this is a collective reading for the new moon happening on June 28th or 29th, depending on where you are in the world, for the collective. We have the Lovers, and we have the Four of Emotions. So the Lovers can be about relationships. It absolutely can. In general, this is often about choices. So I think, again, with what's going on in the world in general, I think a lot of us are faced with difficult choices, that we need to make those choices from our heart center, from the place of us that is our own moral set, our own way of saying, this is what's right for me. And with that, we also got the Four of Emotions. The Four of Emotions is a card that says, the universe is offering you something. You can see the person on this card is rather complacent. So while you're in the middle of your meh, kind of not interested, I've seen this all before, the universe is offering you this new cup. And the interesting thing about it in this particular deck is that this individual actually is within the cup being offered, which means this cup, this abundance, this love, this kindness, this overflowing love and prosperity, you're not just within it, it is you. So as we're looking at the Perseverance card, we need to really make loving choices right now and understand, maybe it starts with you. Grounded down here by the King of Cups. Tell me about the King of Cups. King of Cups, qualified by the Empress again. Again, we got the Empress in the challenge position. Now we get the Empress in the energies position. So, the Empress and the King of Cups. Underneath the Lovers, I would say this is a loving couple. And again, that doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. This can be a very happy work relationship. But the fact that they're sort of supporting each other can't be ignored there. And we've got the Empress twice. Again, everything going on. Tell me more about this Empress, especially since she's on the board twice here. Tell me about this Empress card. Again, this is in the challenge position. Wow. We've got the Four of Wands. Safety and stability and security of the home. In general, the Four of Wands is a celebration card. In this particular card, instead of that celebration, we see four women meditating and really finding the place where they feel safe and secure. And with that, the Star card also fell out of the deck. The Star is about remaining hopeful. Wish on a star. Wishes come true. This is a very this is a really good card. Again, in the challenge position here, I think maybe a lot of people are having trouble finding their happy and secure spot, and they're having a little bit of difficulty perhaps staying hopeful that everything's going to be all right. Tell me about the Hierophant here. That particular deck, that is Be Your Own Guru. I think everybody just deciding for themselves where they're... I want to say morality, but I don't want to say that word. It's not really about where your morality sits. It's about what is energetic to you, that are the principles that keep, the principles that govern your decision making. With that came the Emperor. In this deck, the Emperor is a female, and I always feel like this deck is conduct your own symphony. So definitely the Hierophant, and this is in the challenge position. Be your own guru, conduct your own symphony, means maybe we're just feeling like we are no longer in control. And with that came the Nine of Materials, which is really interesting because the Nine of Materials is sort of having enough material goods to reward yourself. This is a very abundant energy. So I feel like even though this is in the challenge, and this is in the challenge position, these are very good cards. In the challenge position, it means we're very worried about whether or not we're going to be able to create new things in a way that is safe and secure, and hopefully looking forward, again, making your own choices, conduct your own symphony. Maybe people are just feeling a little disempowered right now. I'm going to say people are feeling a little disempowered right now. Tell me about this Two of Cups here in the center of the reading. Again, this is about partnerships. Very interesting. With the Two of Cups came out the Hierophant, which we just had here. So we've had the Empress come out twice, and we've had the Hierophant come out twice. So again, looking at those loving relationships, it is possible that we are in disagreement over which answer is the right answer. And with that came out the Two of Inspirations. This is the Two of Wands. Those are two twos, and twos are about choices. This is about being at a crossroads, making a choice, making the best choice possible. The fact that it came out with the Two of Cups, 2 and 2 added together are 4. 4 is about safety and stability. And underneath this, we have the Strength card. With the Strength card, wow. Got two kings, people. We have King of Swords. King of Swords is being brave and honorable. He holds in his hand the Sword of Truth. He is grounded and logical. He's the thinker of the tarot deck. He will end you if he needs to. And with it came out, these are muses in this deck, but the Muse of Materials, which is the King of Materials, which means as long as we can keep our heads and we can be brave and persevere, we will be grounded and abundant and making good, not just money decisions, although, Pentacles are materials in this deck. They generally are about money, but all kinds of other things are abundant. So I think that's really significant that these two kings came out at the center of the reading. While we're saying right here in your challenge position, am I in charge? Do I have the ability to conduct my own symphony? These two kings with the Strength card says yes, even if you have some disagreement and there's a little bit of a crossroads here, remain strong and stay strong. Tell me about the Moon card. Trust your intuition. We have the Ten of Voices, which is the Ten of Swords. This is the end of a cycle. Put a fork in it. It is done. We are done. We are complete. We are finished. Finite. And with that came out the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is your knight in shining armor coming to your emotional rescue. So we very much have, especially with this new moon, end of a cycle, beginning of a new one, the End of the cycle was very, very, very harmful. In traditional tarot, this card will show a person with 10 swords in their back. But the Knight of Cups coming in with a new cup of love here. Yeah, changing times. Boy, aren't we. Tell me about the Seven of Cups here. Seven of Cups is about choices and being concerned that you're going to make the right choice. This is in the supporting position, so this means that the universe is offering you a lot of choices. Don't get all up in your head about it. And with that came out the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is about the end of a cycle and the beginning of a brand new fortuitous cycle. This can be sort of winning the lottery often. Sometimes things just really, really coming in from nowhere. The fact that this is coming out on a new moon reading, boy, that's good. Yeah. All right, tell me about this Sun card. It's a brand new day. I've got the Queen of Inspirations and the Eight of Voices. Queen of Inspirations is the Queen of Wands. She is fiery and energetic, and she knows what she wants, and she knows how to get it. Again, not gender specific, just a very feminine energy of being able to manifest in a really exciting, magical wand kind of way. And with her, interestingly enough, came the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is that you feel like you're trapped. She's blindfolded. In traditional tarot, there's a whole row of swords stuck in the ground behind her. What this card says is you feel like you're really stuck. You don't have options. You don't have any place you can go. You really, really can't see the way out. But it's not true. You're not trapped at all. There's nothing preventing you from going forward, and there's nothing preventing you from reaching up and taking the mask off. So you are not trapped. It's a brand new day. You have the ability to manifest whatever it is in your queenly way that you need. And you can see on this card, all the pyramids are on here. So Power of the Pyramids, which again is about ancient knowledge. And you can see there's a little leopard in the corner of the card there. So time to change your spots. And the Queen of Cups here, also in the outcome. More about this Queen of Cups. Eight of Materials is the apprenticeship card. It's about learning a new skill or getting better at a skill that you already have. The fact that that came out on the Queen of Cups here, you can really see when you look at this Queen of Cups that she's really manifesting something. So these two cards together are really powerful feminine energy of being able to go forward and learn some new things in a really loving kind of way. This is very positive energies. Bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Voices. This is a crowning victory. She has here the Sword of Truth. You can see that on this deck there is an owl, which is obviously wisdom. Sword of Truth is a crowning victory. It's a brand new beginning. This can be a new job or just a new beginning in general. Cutting through, cutting loose, anything that no longer serves you. When we see the Justice card, the Justice card also has the Sword of Truth. So any of these chaos and conflict that we have on the bottom there is being cut away by this victory sword. Let's get some oracle messages to go with this. These will be messages from your angels and spirit guides. These messages will mean something different to everybody. I feel like this is really appropriate for a new moon reading. That Nine of Wands, perseverance, lovingly, a lot of cups on the board here. I think that as we're all making decisions, we have to remember that to do it lovingly. Round and round. A lot of people, when they see the round and round card, it feels like a racetrack, like I've already gone past this point. I've already gone past this point. But the round and round card is more of a spiral, which means it feels like you're going past the same thing that you already did, but you're not. You're a level higher. And each time you go past that point, each time you cross that decision and make that decision, every time you go around, you've actually gained a little bit of insight, and you're climbing this ethereal, kind of looks like a Fibonacci sequence there. Some feathers, and it's number 25, and 2 and 5 add together to make 7, and 7s are about reevaluation. Came out next to it. What came out next is the Happy Happy card, which is a 26. 2 and 6 together are 8. 8 is the card of strength. That's the kind of the equivalent of the Sun card. I can't even say anything. What do you say about Happy Happy? It kind of is exactly what it is. She's sitting on this egg of creation, which we got the star. We've got the star card here. She's got the star. She's got wishes. She's got her fairy wings on. She's creating a beautiful rainbow vortex of happily ever after. Let's get one more from this deck. One more message to go with the cards on the table. Never-ending story. Interesting card. I think it kind of is, it's number 37. 3 and 7 are a 10. 10s are completion. Again, I'm going to kind of put it here with the round and round card. Sometimes we just feel like we're doing the same thing over and over and over again as time slides past us. But at any point during this, you have the opportunity to create a new story. You can see that in the hourglass is a little heart that you can kind of spin the dial, yes, no. So we always have that choice. We always have that choice of, are we going to continue the same story, or are we going to create a new one? That was interesting. I'm going to grab one more deck and get just a couple more cards to go with this. Overall, I think this does pretty much say, new moon, new day, make decisions from your heart. Even if you're in disagreement with some of the people around you, your people love you. We're not trapped where we've been. We're not going round and round the same old circle. We are gaining perspective. We can change this at any point that we want. We can be our own guru and make decisions. All right. This card deck is a card deck that I created and is not yet in print. It will be soon. Available in a store near you. It will not be available in a store near you. It will be available on a private website and maybe in my Etsy shop. Let's see if we can get a couple cards from this deck. There we go. Be you. Can't be anybody else. Can't be what other people want you to be. You're always best and happiest when you are authentically you. Let's get another one. There we go. Everything is always working out. The universe is never going to withhold from you something that was intended for you. At those moments when you feel all is lost, this is really bad, I don't know what in the world I'm going to do, know that everything is always working out, even when bad things happen. I know I personally can say, oh yeah, right, everything happens for a reason. No, that's not what this card means. What this card means is raise your vibration to the point that you, in your happy spot, go, everything is always working out for me. There is nothing serious going on here. And repeat it and believe it. Everything is always working out. Everything is always working out. There's nothing serious going on here. Sometimes we need to tell ourselves that. This says today is a new day, which, yes, we are. We're headed for a new moon. We got the sun card here. Today is a brand new day. We're going to awaken. Every morning we wake up, and every day we have that choice of, are we going to wake up crabby? Are we going to wake up happy? Are we going to continue to trudge and do the same thing that we've always done? Are we going to do something different? Are we going to change it up? Today is a new day. You did get quite a cluster here. Be inspired. Drive your own change. If there is something that you feel is just no longer in alignment with you, this Hierophant card of be your own guru, if you don't like it, Two of Inspirations. Make that change. And the final one that came out is I can make my own abundance. Wow. This is a great new moon reading. This says, hey, keep going. Perseverance. Don't get bored. Something new is on the way. Don't be afraid because of things that are changing, that somehow you're trapped in a round and round cycle and that you're not going to feel safe and secure. Star card is telling us everything's fine. Everything's always working out for me. Bottom of the deck. I am loved. I am love. Again, it's sort of that energy of the Four of Emotions where this person is actually, they actually are that cup of love. They actually are the change they want to be. Don't get complacent. Not only do the people around you love you, the universe loves you. And if you say to yourself, I am love, go forth every day. Go forward every day with love in your heart. It sounds so cheesy, but again, each day we get to choose. We get to choose whether we go forward in the world angry and frustrated, or we get to choose whether we can go, okay, this really stinks. Everything that is going on around me is not good, but I'm going to take a deep breath and I'm going to go forward lovingly. I'm going to make loving choices today. So that's it. New moon reading for the collective. I have not been able to look to see if anybody came on the live with me. If you did, thank you. I don't know when I'm putting up a video again. I do it when I'm inspired. But I thought since the new moon is coming, and the new moon is either the 28th or the 29th of June, depending on where you live, I think we should all take, new moons are a great time to just reevaluate and go, okay, is this working? How can I change it? But do that in a loving way. Do that in a loving way. Never beat up on yourself. Never say to yourself, well, this really stinks. I really hate this. I'm gonna do something incredibly stupid that will not help anybody, but it'll make me feel better at the moment. Move forward with love. This is all good. We've got the Sun card. Sun card in the outcome. Again, that's one of the best cards. Got the Sun. So we got happy, happy. And we got this beautiful, beautiful Queen of Cups. So, have an incredible new moon. And stay safe out there. Thank you for watching.